Chapter 29, Lost Ones. Saxton and Charlize headed to the courthouse. He would be meeting his attorney over there.
So, did Aibileen ever respond to your text?
Charlize asked. He had sent her a text a couple of days ago asking her to call him so they could talk.
No, I guess she's dodging me,
he said as he handled the wheel of his Beamer. He was trying to will himself to get used to the fact that the children could end up with their aunt, and each time he did, pain swept through him. They pulled into the courthouse parking lot, parked, and headed into their courtroom. He and Charlize walked down the hallway side by side. After going through the metal detector, he spotted Ketty headed his way, but as they got closer, she decided to approach him.
Did you bring my sister's kids with you?
No, I did not, ma'am.
You probably should have. I'm sure they will be going with me after today.
How dare you?
Saxton began, but Charlize stopped him from cussing her out. She touched his arm.
Honey, you don't have to feed into that. Don't feed into that.
Yeah, because he got no wind, Ketty boasted as they walked around her and headed to the courtroom.
Just keep walking, Saxton. She's trying to get you locked up. If you come out of pocket, they'll throw you in jail.
He understood what Charlize was saying, and when this was over, he planned on proposing to her. He could not have done this without her. They met his attorney just outside the courtroom before they headed inside. A few minutes later, Ketty entered with her attorney. The same judge who had presided over the temporary case was sitting on the bench. After the court was called to order, the judge said, Mrs. Ketty Cherry has filed a petition to get custody of the children, Devonna Weller, age 12, Jack Weller, age 11, Keena Weller, age 6, and Shalay Weller, age 4. Mr. Saxton Weller had then been granted temporary custody pending today's hearing. Saxton noticed that one of the bailiffs approached his attorney. The attorney got up from her seat and headed to the back of the courtroom. The judge continued, Mrs. Cherry, you said that your sister recommended that you take custody of the children pending her recovery. Is that so? Ketty's attorney stood to address the court. Yes, Your Honor. And Mrs. Cherry has since bought a larger home to accommodate the children. Saxton wondered where his attorney went until she returned with Aibileen. Ketty happened to turn around and look surprised to see her sister. Saxton's attorney then spoke up. Your Honor, if I may address the court, this is Aibileen Weller. She would like to address you, Your Honor. Granted, the judge said, removing her reading glasses. It was as if the judge knew something had to be up here. Your Honor, my name is Aibileen Weller. First let me apologize for coming in here. I'm currently residing in a rehab facility and was granted permission to attend court today by my counselor who is here with me. I received a text message from Mr. Weller stating that I had signed a statement that my sister, Ketty Cherry, be granted my children. Yes, I am aware, Miss Weller. I have your statement right here. Excuse me, Your Honor. But I'm here to tell you that I signed no such statement. My sister must have forged my signature. If I had a say in the matter, I would prefer the children be in custody of their oldest brother, Saxton Weller. The judge looked angry. She turned her attention to Ketty. Is that right, Mrs. Cherry?
Your Honor, she told me she wanted me to take custody.
Did you forge her name, Mrs. Cherry? Did you forge her name? That's all I need to know. Ketty did not say anything at first.
Okay, Your Honor, I can explain. When my sister...
Judgment for Mr. Weller. I ordered that the children remain in custody of Mr. Weller pending the recovery of Miss Aibileen Weller. Miss Aibileen Weller, thank you so much for your appearance today. Ketty's lawyer then spoke up. Your Honor, do you mind if I speak? The judge looked at the attorney as if she had lost her mind. Speak? No, you may not. Be thankful I'm not throwing your client in jail. Goodbye. The judge left the bench. Saxton and Charlize stood and hugged long moments. Abilene approached them. Saxton then noticed her and pulled her into his embrace.
Thank you, Saxton. There is no way I would let my children go with her. She never cared nothing about me anyway. The kids were telling me that.
They headed out of the courtroom. Abilene's counselor was standing out in the hallway waiting for her.
I'll bring the kids by to see you this weekend, Abilene.
Okay, thank you.
Abilene.
She turned back in his direction.
Yes. When you finish your program, you may come and live with us. There's plenty of room for you too.
Tears spilled from her eyes.
Saxton, that's the sweetest thing anybody ever offered me. I mean it. Those kids need you, and you'll need support when you get out.
She hugged him again, tears soaking his suit jacket. Hey, they're here. Devonna told the others. All of the children hurried to the dining room and assembled around the table. They heard the garage door close, and Saxton and Charlize came in through the den.
Oh, hello, kids.
Hi, Charlize. She wondered why they were being so quiet. They were usually noisy.
So what's the verdict?
Jack was the first to speak up.
Well,
Saxton began as he feigned a sad look. The children looked around at each other.
We're going to Aunt Ketty's, aren't we? I knew it. Actually, you stand here.
Yay! The kids shouted out joyfully, hugging him and Charlize.
Thank you, Saxton. You know what, man? You the best big brother in the world.
Charlize stood back, admiring the sibling.
Saxton, you forgot something.
Oh. And your mother will live here too once she's done with her program.
Yay!
And one more thing, kids.
You got more surprises? Yay! Charlize said. Saxton removed his suit jacket, pulled out a small velvet box, opened it, got down on one knee and said,
Charlize Diane, will you marry me?
Tears slid down her cheeks.
Saxton, actually, yes!
Yeah, man, that's what's up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bruh. The man always gets the lady. And you're gonna be my best man, right? Me? Yeah, you knucklehead.
Saxton pulled his younger brother into his arms and hugged him.